वेलकम बैक टू आवर चैनल। आज हम क्लास 7 साइंस के चैप्टर 13 के क्वेश्चन आंसर्स देखेंगे। तो चलिए बिना देरी किए वीडियो को शुरू करते हैं। फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन, डिस्टिंग्विश बिटवीन द फॉलोइंग। फर्स्ट है फिजिकल चेंज एंड केमिकल चेंज। फिजिकल चेंज फर्स्ट पॉइंट है इट इज़ टेम्पररी। केमिकल चेंज इट इज़ परमानेंट। सेकेंड पॉइंट है इट इज़ जनरली रिवर्सिबल। केमिकल चेंज इट इज़ जनरली irreversible. Third point है no new substances form. Chemical change, new substances form. Example of physical change, melting of ice into water, removal of iron nails from pieces of paper, evaporation of water, breaking of glass object. Example of chemical change, ripening of mango, formation of flower from bird, rusting of iron, seed germination. Next है periodic and non-periodic change. Periodic change they occur after a fixed time interval. Non-periodic change they do not occur after fixed time interval. Second point है they can easily be predicted. Non-periodic change it is difficult to predict them. Example of periodic change, sunrise and sunset, daytime and nighttime, high tide and low tide. Example of non-periodic change, flood, earthquake, birds sitting on a tree flies away. Next है natural and man-made change. Natural change they occur on their own record. Man-made change they occur due to human activity. Example of natural change, ripening of fruit, spoiling of milk, rainfall, change of season, formation of flower from a bird. Example of man-made change, conversion of milk into curd, lighting of an electric bulb, burning of wood, baking bread. Second question, under which different types can the following changes be classified? First है conversion of milk into yogurt, man-made chemical change, slow change, irreversible change. Next है bursting of a cracker, man-made change, chemical change, fast change, irreversible change. Next है occurrence of an earthquake, natural change, fast change, non-periodic change. Next है revolution of the earth around the sun, natural change, periodic change. Next है stretching of a spring, man-made change, physical change, reversible change. Next question, give reason. First है while purchasing canned food, its expiry date should be checked. Answer, canned food contains various natural and synthetic preservatives to prevent its spoilage. After the expiry date, canned food undergoes various chemical changes which change the chemical properties of the food. This alters the original product in terms of its taste and flavor and renders it unfit for human consumption. Consumption of canned food after expiry date is likely to cause gastrointestinal disturbance and food poisoning, hence expiry date should be checked while purchasing canned food. Second question, an iron article should be given a coat of paint. Answer, an iron article when exposed to air is likely to get rusted due to its reaction with oxygen, moisture and vapors of chemicals in the air. This results in the formation of a reddish brown layer on the iron article, due to which it becomes weak. Giving a thin coat of paint to an iron article prevents its exposure to air, thereby preventing its corrosion. Hence, an iron article should be given a coat of paint. Next question, a wooden article should be polished. Answer, wood tends to absorb moisture from the air and swell. This reduces its durability and makes it prone to attack by termites. Polishing a wood is a physical change which gives it an enhanced appearance and also increases its resistance to moisture and other environmental factors. Polishing also seals and sanitizes the pores present in wood which may otherwise serve as a breeding place of termites. Hence, a wooden article should be polished. Next question, copper and brass utensils should be tinned. Answer, copper and brass utensils are likely to get corroded due to formation of a greenish layer on it. The process of tinning involves coating copper and brass utensils with tin to prevent corrosion. Hence, copper and brass articles should be tinned. Next question, a dry handkerchief gets wet at once on dipping in water but it takes long for a wet handkerchief to dry? Answer. Handkerchief consist of fine fibers which tend to absorb large amount of water rapidly as they have great affinity towards it. This classifies wetting of dry handkerchief in water as a fast process. On the other hand, drying a wet handkerchief involves the process of evaporation, which is a slow process. Hence, a dry handkerchief gets wet at once on dipping in water, but it takes long for a wet handkerchief to dry. Next question. What will you take into account while identifying the following? First, a physical change in a substance. Answer. No new substance is formed. There is a change only in the physical properties of the substance. Whether the change is temporary, whether the change is reversible, properties of final substance form are identical to that of the original substance. Next है a chemical change in a substance. Answer. A new substance is formed. There is a change in the chemical composition of the substance. Whether the change is permanent, whether the change is irreversible, properties of the final substance form are different than that of the original substance. Fifth question. Read the paragraph and note down the various types of changes it mentions. Answer. Nearing 6 o'clock in the evening, periodic change. Sun was setting, natural periodic change. Breeze was blowing, natural non-periodic change. Leaves on the trees were shaking, natural change. Rolling balls of wet soil and shaping them into various toys, physical man-made reversible change. Making dough from wheat flour and fried puris, man-made irreversible chemical change. Raining, natural non-periodic change. Lightning, natural non-periodic change. स्टूडेंट यहाँ हमारे चैप्टर 13 के क्वेश्चन आंसर कंप्लीट हो गए हैं. अगर आपको वीडियो हेल्पफुल लगा हो तो वीडियो को लाइक शेयर सब्सक्राइब करना ना भूलिए. मिलते हैं नेक्स्ट वीडियो में.